So let's just take a moment to settle in. Well, let's begin with relaxation. Of course, meditation is in part a relaxation process, but that's only one small facet of it. But let's begin by settling in, finding your posture. And paying attention to the body, and just seeing if the body is in a posture in which the back and head are relatively erect, and the rest of the body is relaxed. What I'd like to do first is just to help you deepen your relaxation. So turn attention to the breath and just allow yourself to settle naturally into some slow, deep breaths. Breathing in, letting the air fall out. And as you breathe, notice that the inhalation is an active process which involves contracting the muscles of the diaphragm and perhaps the chest wall. But the exhalation is simply a letting go, or it can be. Often we get push, but the exhalation can be simply a letting go. So you breathe in and let go. Breathe in and let go. And notice that on the exhalation, as you relax and let go, there's an automatic tendency for the muscles around the chest and abdomen to relax. So you breathe in and just let the air fall out. And notice the automatic relaxation around the chest and abdomen. And be aware as you pay attention with each breath, that sense of relaxation can increase. And actually, that sense of relaxation can do two things. One, it tends to deepen. And second, it tends to spread. So you may notice that the muscles in the pelvis tend to relax spontaneously. And likewise, with each exhalation, as you let go, just let the air fall out. The muscles around the buttocks and thighs may begin to relax. And likewise, down into the calf and the feet. And again, know that when you allow the air to fall out, notice that the shoulders tend to relax. And the arms, just allow them to hang. And you may feel the relaxation extending throughout the arm, down to the hands. You may notice a tingling there. And another exhalation, you might notice relaxation in the neck and the face. All done with mindfulness, with awareness. And all while remaining alert. And feel what it's like to have most of the major muscles throughout the body just in a relaxed state. Simply by breathing in and letting go on the exhalation. And you've already discovered one of the secrets of relaxation, which is that it's not something we do, but something we allow. And there's another interesting secret to relaxation, which is that no matter how relaxed you are, you can always relax more. And I'm going to invite you to discover that for yourself. I'm going to count down in a moment from 3 to 1. And then as I reach 1, I invite you to allow your relaxation to double. Just as you continue breathing in and letting go. So by the time I get to 1, just allow your relaxation to double. 3, 2, 1. Allow the relaxation to double. Beautiful. So that's a beautiful skill to have, and a very easy, quick one. The trap is to become a little dull. So we want to maintain a combination which is optimal for meditation, which is relaxed alertness. So you might like to just straighten the spine again. And just really be present while relaxed. Good. Excellent. And so just keep that, come back periodically to check your mind state. And just see if you can fine tune. And perhaps it doesn't need it, but you might want to fine tune and just make sure the relaxation is there and the alertness is there. That beautiful combination. Great. And now let's take a moment to cultivate a quality of heart-mind that's very conducive to meditation practice. That's the quality of gratitude. And gratitude is one of those wonderful perspectives which cultivates a variety of positive qualities of heart and mind. It softens disruptive feelings like fear and anger. And it cultivates and strengthens and reinforces healthy emotions such as joy and generosity. It also softens the heart in a way that allows love to emerge. So let's just take a moment. Let's draw from Tibetan Buddhism and its practice of recognizing a free and well-favored life. A free and well-favored life is one free of the illnesses and obstacles which prevent us practicing, and favored with the circumstances which allow us to. And most of us probably have pretty much free and well-favored lives. So I invite you to reflect for a moment. First, to feel gratitude for this opportunity to be with this remarkable group of people from around the world. What a gift. Let's take a moment to be grateful to everyone who's here. We wouldn't be having this meeting if not for them. We wouldn't be getting to do these practices. And our gratitude can extend to all the people who made it possible for us to be here. And there's a boundless number of them. The people who designed and manufactured these computers we're on, these electronic miracles. The people who mined the ores and created the substances and crafted the chips. Huge numbers of people were involved in allowing us to connect. And the people who fed them and clothed them. And as you reflect, you begin to realize that our meditating, our being together, is a result of is a gift from a countless number of people. We can't draw boundaries to the number of people whose work and labor allowed us to have this experience at this moment. We are the beneficiaries of a boundless network of people. Virtually everyone you think of is our benefactor in some way. And just allow yourself to feel grateful for our community, all the countless benefactors who enabled us to be together. And you might notice that a natural response of gratitude is the desire that other people be as fortunate as we are. So much suffering in the world, so much ignorance, so much pain. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everyone could have our good fortune? And out of that recognition, recognize that you naturally want the highest good for everyone. This is a natural response of a contented, grateful heart. And so you have discovered for yourself that a heart at peace naturally wishes good. In fact, the more deeply we look, the more we realize that there's no boundary on the good we wish for people. We naturally A contented heart, when we really feel into it, wants the highest good for everyone. And so you have discovered for yourself in your own direct experience the positive nature of the heart. And what's the highest good? Well, what our Buddhist tradition and the great sages of history tell us is that the greatest good for and best use of a life is to awaken and actualize our capacities and reach to Buddhahood. And that can seem intimidating, but we realize that in our own experience that that's what we want. We want to be able, we want to be optimal instruments of service for the welfare and awakening of all. And it's a beautiful recognition when we see that that aspiration, the bodhisattva aspiration, the aspiration to become a Buddha, to awaken as fully as we can, and to actualize our capacities and gifts as fully as we can, in order to awaken and help and heal as many beings as we can. That is not some high in the sky thing we should wish, but rather it's what we do wish when we most deeply discover our own nature. I invite you to just take a moment to let that sink in. That who you really are in your deepest being truly wants to help and to heal and to awaken and serve as fully as you possibly can. Just let that in. And as a next step, I invite you to open in your own heart the bodhisattva aspiration. That is the aspiration to awaken as fully as you can and actualize your capacities as fully as you can, so as to serve as well as you can. That is the aspiration to move towards Buddhahood as fully as one can. And there are two things that may happen here. One is when you raise to mind a profound aspiration like that, you may get an upwelling of joy and aspiration and desire, or you may get what may come up, maybe the blocks and barriers, the beliefs, I couldn't do that. I'm not good enough. I'm too this, I'm too that. And that's fine, because when those blocks come into awareness, the nature of awareness, of mindfulness, is that when disruptive mind states arise, they, in the light of healing light of awareness, they begin to unravel and unfold and release. So I invite you, if you feel so moved, to just open your heart to the aspiration, a natural expression of your being, right? Open your heart to the aspiration to awaken as fully as you can and to actualize your capacities as fully as you can, so to serve as well as you can. That's the bodhisattva aspiration. I invite you to bring up, arouse that aspiration. Kind of how wonderful it would be if I could help and heal as fully as possible. And notice what comes up. Whatever comes up, just allow it to be there in awareness, in mindfulness. Beautiful. Now I invite you to do a practice which can support you in many ways, but it can also support you specifically in your bodhisattva aspiration, and that is, I invite you to think of a quality of heart or mind which would enable you, strengthen you, empower you to awaken as fully as possible, to actualize your skills and capacities. Is there some quality of heart or mind, or both, that you feel you would benefit, that you and your life would benefit from having more of? What quality of heart or mind would empower and fulfill your life and enable you to bring that same fulfillment to others, to share it? And when you identify that quality, think of someone who exemplifies it, someone in whom that quality is really developed. It could be someone you know, it could be a teacher, it could be an historical figure, a sage, it could be an archetypal figure, mythical. And when you've thought of that person who embodies that quality, I invite you to see that person in front of you. See this person who embodies this quality, this strength, this virtue that you would benefit from. See this person in front of you. And I invite you to imagine, visualize, experience this person coming closer and closer to you until you merge. Your bodies become one. Your bodies and minds and hearts become one. And feel this quality, this capacity, this virtue filling your heart, mind, body. So that this quality is now one of your great strengths. And feel what it's like to embody this quality. And notice that there's probably a particular posture that's associated with it. And you might like to slightly exaggerate that posture. Move the body to really express that posture. Really embody and express that quality of heart-mind. Good. And store this body posture away and this mind state away so that you can call on it at any time. You can embody this quality simply by remembering what the mind state feels like and by adopting this posture. Good. Now I invite you to simply continue to hold clear, lucid mindfulness, awareness, and just be with your experience in whatever way, with whatever practice you're used to. Allowing your mind to just be, and just allowing mindfulness to explore your state of being. What do you notice from these practices we've done? What has shifted? And how would you describe your state of being? What, if you were to give it just a few words, what would they be describing how you feel? Good. And just continue your regular practice for a few minutes. Bringing as much clear, conscious awareness to this moment. And if the mind gets lost into thought or fantasy, just bring it back to this moment. And an interesting thing about mindfulness and awareness are that, like relaxation, it seems we can almost always be more mindful, alert, aware. So just notice your experience, pay attention to what's happening in your experience, and now really pay attention, really close, sensitive, clear attention to what's happening right now. What can you see that you missed before? Good. So periodically during practice, you might just want to experiment with that and just look more sensitively, deeply, clearly. And as we come towards the end of our sitting, for the most part, we've been being with direct experience, unmediated by thoughts and concepts. But it can be very valuable to do some conscious reflection. So I invite you now to ask these questions. First off, what did you learn from this sitting? What insights and understandings emerged? Good. And you might like to name one or two as a way of retaining them in memory. Great. And now another question. What did you learn about how to practice? What did you learn about how to practice? Good. And often what happens when we're sitting is we may have a valuable sitting, but then when the alarm goes or the timer sounds, we just jump up from our cushion. And it's easy to forget the insights. But if we take a moment at the end of a sitting to reflect and to name the insights, both the insights about the nature of our experience and about what we've learned, then they tend to stay with us. And finally, let's do what the Tibetans would call offering the benefits. That is, let's take a moment to reflect on our sitting together and feel again a moment of gratitude for this extraordinary gift of being together in this way. What a gift to practice the Dharma together. And think of the benefits that may have come to us individually and as to our community. And just set the intention to offer the benefits to all conscious creatures. May they all experience these benefits. See, like you're giving them away. If you felt joy, intend joy for all. If you felt interest, may all be interested, whatever you experience. And this is based on a profound understanding of the mind that what we intend for others, we tend to experience and strengthen in ourselves. Beautiful. So notice again what state of mind and being you're in. And without disrupting it or jumping out of it, when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes, come back to our community.